Y'all, welcome back to another episode of Herbal Tea Thursday. Y'all, it's your Wellness Live series brought to you by Shireen Simon and Giovanni for y'all. Welcome to
Hey,
another
everyone.
early in the day type of vibe. Y'all, we're going to get it in early today and we're going to get it in early next week. Just so you know, if you're one of our faithful community members that likes to tap in and be like, oh, shoot, we was ready for the night. And we had got it in just a little bit earlier. But y'all, in the event that you're not available during this time period, still catch the replay and comment. Give us your wellness wins. Let us know that you still came through because we love you. But y'all, it's your healthy habits and lifestyle coach, Giovanni. I help those with endometriosis and polycystic ovarian syndrome reduce chronic pain, eliminate that distress, and minimize those irregular or heavy periods because it is not normal. And I do it through my M to the third degree healing empowerment formula. I'm also the host of the Empowered Plates, Empowered Lives podcast. Y'all, episode 56 dropped yesterday on the Empowered Plates, Empowered Lives podcast. It was an international guest in the UK, and she's all about the BIPOC voices in endometriosis that matters and how to advocate for your health. What up, Shireen?
Hey, girl. What up, everyone? It is Shireen Simon. I am the founder of blackprint.com, the host of Voices and Vibes, and the owner of Perspective Studio Productions, where we help you amplify your voice, whether it's through your podcast show or whether it's through mini series to amplify your business or just telling a story, right? That will really help connect your customers and your audience to your message, your why. Giovanni, how's it going, girl?
Girl, it's going good. It's going
Good.
good. So I'm excited about the conversation today. I was even doing some things earlier. But y'all, make sure you are subscribed to our channels. The information is linked in the description of the video. So subscribe to our YouTube channels. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you never miss an opportunity when we go live. A video drops, a short drop, behind the scenes from Shireen come out, me eating something good. So y'all just make sure you subscribe to our channels. So we got to get into the check-in.
I pulled a card for us already. And so the card is, what is one thing you might be rushing right now? What's one thing you might be rushing right now?
To get to the money, baby. I might be rushing to get to the money. So
Because we need it. We
definitely
definitely need it.
understand that,
No, I just said we need it. We definitely need it.
We do, but I know there's also an important aspect of developing skills and knowing how to truly do sales development and really keying in on your messaging and your marketing because people ain't have just throwing out money when they don't know what it is that you have, why it's valuable, if it's even for them, and being able to put things in place to get that. So I am rushing trying to get to the money. And I know that there's still some sales development, some skill sets, some knowledge, and some reps I need to put in as a person to be able to get to it and get to it faster. So that's my check-in. Y'all don't forget to make sure you respond to this question as well. Shireen, what you got?
Well, I think it's the same thing. I think as a business owner, there's like it's really getting to the money, right? As a business owner, there can be financial responsibilities. For me, I have overhead. But even if you don't have a physical space, there's tools that we use to run our business, right? And so those tools have expenses. And so it's always about, okay, am I making enough money in my business to cover those expenses? But also, am I surpassing that so I'm making profit, right? So there's the revenue part, but then there's the profit part. I think it is about it is about getting to the money, but you want to make sure you get to it the right way. Wait, is there a wrong way to get to the money? I mean, we ain't talking about bouncing any booties. So, unless that's your business, and then there's no shade, there's no, then get your money, girl or guy, right? But whatever. It's making some profit. So, Giovanni, what would you say, girl, is your wellness win for the week?
You go first.
No, I asked you. You go first. You go.
I just went first. You go first. Toss it back. Toss it back. Let me
Uh,
keep thinking. Wellness win. Wellness win. Wellness
okay,
win.
sure. And it
I just
actually
got
aligns with what we're about to talk about. For me, the wellness win, good afternoon, good morning to me, Shaboon.
Yo,
But
what's up, cuzzo?
for me, the wellness win is I like I've been going to the gym. And it was something I didn't really want to talk about. I just want to do. And I talked about this. We don't got to talk about everything that we do in our life. That's not what it's all about, unless that's who you are.
We'll be here a whole lot longer if we did.
Well, it's not even that. It's just you choose what you want to keep private in your life, right?
Very
We don't
important.
owe anybody anything out in social media. So, but for me, it's more about getting comfortable with whatever I'm doing within my lifestyle. And going to the gym was one I wanted to make sure I felt comfortable, not comfortable going, but I felt comfortable getting into a routine of. So I've
Come
been
on,
going to the
routine.
gym. Yeah, I've been going to the gym, and that has been great. Like I'm so tired, and I think it's because this morning I'm like, should I take a what do they call it, like a break day between the when you're working out, like a rest day, and I'm like, no, let me go. So my daughter goes to school early in the morning. When I drop her, that's when I go. But I've also, like yesterday, I also made juiced beet juice, like beets, carrots, apples from 101 apple picking, ginger. And that was just one juice. And my daughter came home from work, and she was like, yo, that beet juice is fire. And I'm like, isn't it? Um, and then I've also juiced some celery juice, which I was not really ready to drink, but it had celeries, apple, ginger, cucumbers. Oh, both juice had cucumbers and a little bit of water. The celery juice was fire too. And with the celery juice, I actually put a scoop of moringa in it. Yeah, like one teaspoon of moringa, because it can have like an earthy taste. So I just really am proud of myself for the things that I'm doing that's getting me closer to a healthy body, yada yada.
Hey, body, yada, 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 yada,
That's
yada, yada.
that's the
Hey,
goal,
go
girl. Body,
Shireen.
yada yada.
Go
What
Shireen.
about you, girl? What about you?
Well, first, I love the fact that you talked about a routine, and I think that's a beautiful thing because once you start habit stacking, you start creating a routine in your life that shows up for you, where you're making a decision to love yourself or care for yourself in a way that you weren't already doing prior to. You're being a little bit more intentional about it, and so I love hearing that from you. I had to think about it a little bit, but it is October, so it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. This month is extremely special for me because I do like a campaign, a walk for tranquility, and that was my line sister Sharnice's Brown's line name, and she passed away from breast cancer. And so the goal is, like, I always run this challenge within my Facebook community group, and that's like the most engagement we get is in October when everybody's ready for like Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And so, like, the first part is like a rigorous goal of getting, like, I think it's like 168,000. Let me check just to make sure. It
Steph?
is steps. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna tell you
Wow.
because it's a whole vibe. So 168,000 steps for the month, because you say why 168,000?
No, I didn't say why. I said, wow,
168.
that's a lot. I didn't say
It
why. I
is,
said,
but I'm just saying,
wow,
like, for
that's a
some
lot.
people, like, why
Yeah.
168,000? To honor those impacted by breast cancer and the estimated 168,000 people living with metastatic breast cancer who are counting on breakthroughs. So I'm getting in a step for every single one of those people that are looking for a breakthrough in regards to breast cancer. So that's going to be about right at 73 miles for the month, Shireen. So, like, by the end of, like, by
A
October
lot.
31st, the goal is to get 73 miles in. That's the first part if you want to participate. The second one is
Wow.
just getting in 31 miles for the month of October. So that's like 1 mile a day. Like, just
Yeah.
if you're just now getting up, you're creating a routine for yourself, you just want to start walking, just getting in that 1 mile a day. And it doesn't have to be the whole mile at one time either, so 31 miles. And then C, you could start your day off with organic fruit, or consume one meatless meal. And so it's that anti-inflammatory lifestyle, kind of putting that in the mix. So even if you can't move or you're not at a position to move, but you're willing to say, you know what, I'll get an organic fruit or vegetable to start my day. Or like the juices you just mentioned, which I think are awesome because I love apples, carrots, beets, and ginger. Apple, carrots, beets, and
Well,
ginger. It's
even
called
with
the old school roots at Recipe Clip. That's one of my favorite. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say even with the beets, like I was looking up, like you have to be. I think you're only supposed to do like a certain amount of beets. You shouldn't do too many beets because it's oxalated. And I had to like look up what does that mean, and essentially it can cause kidney stones if you have too
Mhm.
much. Yeah, so it's like we had 4 beets in our drink, and you can ramp it up. I think it's like 1 ounce a week or 1 ounce a day. And on the fourth, like you shouldn't go past 4 ounces in the fourth week or something like. I don't remember the exact equation to it, but there's something along that lines, and you have to just kind of be mindful so that you're not taking in too much. So then I had to kind of go and look up, well, what other oxalated vegetables or fruits are there that I could be consuming and how much. So you kind of need to pay attention to what you're doing, because like there's all the benefits of beets. That's great for your liver, for your kidney, excuse me, and all that stuff. And so I'm like, let me cleanse out this liver. Let me cleanse out my kidneys. And it's like, wait, let me not get kidney stones. But I mean, I'm not, the juice was so good that I was like, okay, next week we are going to like double up on this. But that, like, now you got to really be mindful of how much you're drinking, right?
Yeah, they always say like too much of anything could be a problem. That's kind of what they say. But then again, there's some people who would just say, I just got to go all in on this thing. Like some people say,
Yeah.
oh, it's watermelon for 90 days is too much. For other people, that's exactly what they needed to reverse, like, onset of
Whatever's going on with
diabetes
their
and something.
body.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so
Yeah.
like at some points, it's just like, I got to go all in. This is just what I'm focused on. If I start adding in all these different things or thinking about all this other stuff, it's going to get me to just stay where I'm at and stay stuck in what's in my convenience or my
Yeah.
comfort zone. And then you said something about celery. I like adding golden beets to some of my green juice. My mom actually loves
Mm.
celery juice. Our meal prep on Sunday during the football game, we did a celery juice, celery, apples, and something else, I think. But we got Tamisha who checked in
And
with
she's
our
going back to
check-in
work.
question. She said, I'm rushing to get back into the workforce. I need to relax, enjoy this time away. I
Oh,
think
I
so.
thought I didn't read it well. I thought she meant she was rushing to get back to work like today. I was like, oh, girl, ain't nobody trying to rush to get back to work. Oh, she's rushing to
No,
get back
back
to the
into the
workforce.
workforce. Because I think I remember
Girl,
her
oh,
telling
I
us one night,
understand.
Shireen, that she was going through some health stuff. You remember she
Oh,
was saying
okay,
she
I
was
didn't
going through some
remember.
health
Okay.
challenges, and she was really like, this was inspiring her. This was empowering her to make different decisions, and she was exploring stuff. And then I
Yeah.
remember, you remember, I think a few months ago, she was doing something with a friend of a different religion. I think you were talking about it.
Mhm.
And she was kind of like going on that journey with the friend with eating differently. I
Yeah.
forgot exactly what it was.
I think it
So
was it a Muslim friend?
I think it was something
Mhm.
similar to that. And then Kay had a question for you, Shireen, in
How
regards
do
to
you
your
measure?
beets. So how do you
Mhm.
measure or go on about measuring the amount to make the juices?
Honestly, hi, first of all, and
What up, Kay?
um I just have a small glass. I don't overdo the juice. I take a cup, like 1 cup. That's it. And plus, when you're juicing, it's crazy because like juicing takes so much time, but it looks like it's gonna be so much, but it's really not that much. So even I've put it in like a glass jug. I made 2 different juices, so I have them in 2 different glass jugs. But like the jug is like, oh, I have a picture. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just connect the picture. Like I did last time. I connected the video, but I'm gonna connect the picture. So you can see the picture of like the jug and then how much I had in my glass. But I didn't really like do anything to measure it out. I just take like an average size glass. I don't take the tall glasses. I just take an average size glass. And I see Monica's there. Hey, Monica.
What up, Monica?
Always
So,
tapping in. I
Kay,
love it.
in regards to mine, while Shireen is pulling up her juice thing, You could check out on my page for vibrations. I've started doing juice prep since the kickoff of the NFL season, and so you can kind of go and see what my like how much fruit and vegetables I'm using and what it yields me. And so I have 24-ounce glass jars, and I batch juice. So I think some of those you'll see some of my apple juice and how many apples I use to create how many glasses of my 24 ounces glass of jars, my watermelon. And me and Shireen both have been on apples a little bit because apples are in season. And then recently, you'll see like this last Sunday, my mom just got 1 pack of carrots and she kept saying, "Oh, I should have got more carrots. I should have got more carrots." This time I was juicing for the both of us. So 2 people were getting this type of juice. But it's really sometimes going into making sure you have high yielding fruit, like fruit that's mostly water. That's going to get you more juice than some of the fruits that don't really have a higher amount of water or to get into it. So like if you're doing a whole bunch of celery, the celery may not yield as much. But I was adding oranges. We added more oranges to our apples and our orange juice. And so those oranges gave us more juice because at the beginning it was like we were about to get 1 jar and it was a whole thing of carrots. And so sometimes it's hard to tell people what to actually like how much to get of certain things because your fruits and vegetables yield different H3O. That's what they call it, H3O instead of H2O, the juice that comes from fruits and vegetables. So it's a little different, but just start within your budget. Start within your budget and make sure you have something that's a little bit sweeter to help in the event if you're doing so many vegetables to make sure it's palatable. If you're not somebody who just likes to drink straight celery juice, like my mama can do just straight celery. I like celery and pineapple. Like give me a little oomph to it, just a little bit. So that's what I would say. Kay, you ready, Shireen?
I'm gonna try because I never did it with this thing. So let's see what it looks like. I don't know what it's gonna
Okay.
look like. It's all up in my
And then y'all make sure you are dropping your wellness wins. You just heard me and Shireen's wellness win. So drop your wellness win for the week. Mine is starting the challenge and I'm getting in at least 4 miles every single day. 4 miles every single day to
I don't
start
know
my
what
day.
this one looks like. Okay, here it is.
Okay, hold on.
So,
I think I got to add you to the stage. Hold on.
oh, okay. Are you seeing
Hey,
everything or are you just seeing this one thing? I only want to show you.
everything is
Oh,
not that one
Lord.
thing. Make that one thing
I
that.
don't even know how to do. Okay, hold on one second because it's weird for that one.
Okay.
So, anyhow, I'm just going to show it to you quickly and then we
It
can
looked
drop.
good. It looked like you
Yeah,
did
so
really
I'm gonna just
good.
show it to you again. Oh wait, you have to change the girl.
Right.
But also what I was gonna say is like it also depends on like what not depends. When you're juicing, you kind of want to figure out like what's your base. I bought these beets because I wanted beets to be my base. So we had actually did it really turn out to be the base? Like we had 4 beets, 4 carrots, 4 apples, different apples because I went apple picking like a few weeks ago. And I'm almost done my bag, my 20-pound bag of
Let's
apples. I got 30
go.
minutes an apple because all I'm eating is apples during the day.
I
So
said I was done with watermelon, and I had that yesterday. And before we started talking, I had a little bit more watermelon because I was like, I'm done with this watermelon. I was like, this watermelon hitting. It's still good.
I was actually going to send you this video that I seen on TikTok, I think yesterday, where there's that herbalist in Atlanta. I think it's Yaki. I can't remember his name. I don't want to mess it up. But he talks about the benefits of apples. And you did the mono challenge, right? With just apples. But he goes into like the benefits of your green apples versus your red apples and all that jazz there. But
And
anywho,
all that jazz.
and all that jazz.
And I did green in the morning. That's how I started off. Like I ate the whole green ones, but then I juiced the red ones.
So
And then
this
why
is
you
kind of,
pulling
oh,
it up?
sorry, girl. Sorry.
You pulling it up?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it one more time and then we bounce from that. But I feel like this is really getting us into our conversation anyhow.
It is. It's very beneficial because we're talking about
Which is
healthy
really,
living
healthy living
for
for
a
the
new
season.
season. And we're clearly doing the things. We're telling you what we did last month and kind of what we're currently eating in regards to our fruits, vegetables, juicing, smoothies. Well, we didn't say nothing about smoothies, but juices and getting in whole fruits.
Yeah, is this giving me the ability to select one tab? It's really not. Oh, it is. Okay, here you go.
Okay.
All right, so
There
you're
we
able to
go.
bring just that up?
Yep.
All right, coolio. So this is the juice. And that's how much I had. That's actually more than I was actually recommending, but it's your preference. So I had that, and honestly, I wanted to drink the whole damn jug.
And how many beets did you have? Like what are how much of
Four, but they were
4 beets?
like, yeah, 4 beets. They were small and no boiling, just in my juicer, right?
Right.
Not my blender, my juicer. So just peel it off and drop it in, and or cut it up and then drop it in, right?
Is it just
Um,
straight beets?
no, girl, this is 4 beets, 4 carrots, a bit of ginger, and about 4 apples, and like 1.5 cucumbers and some water.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
what's up. So this
So
is a
we
good idea of what it could look like with various quantities of fruits and vegetables. And you also want to make sure you're not just getting a whole bunch of fruit. When you're mixing your fruit and vegetables, you want to have a little bit more vegetables than your actual fruit when you are combining the two. So this looks good. Shireen did an awesome job.
it's
She didn't have
delicious.
anything over the top. Like she did a great balance, and I'm glad that she loved it. And the fact that she wanted to drink the whole jug meant it tastes really good. So it was good for her and it tasted good. So
Well, girl,
good
we
job.
are like trying to do some, what's it called? Meal prepping. Me. I always say we. It's me. I'm trying to do some meal prepping. So I have like all the containers, and it just takes too damn long. Like yesterday, I made that juice. I made the other juice. Oh, we're frozen. Okay. I made some like melon, and everybody eats a little bit different.
How
So
long did it take though? What does this
I
take
don't
so
friggin'
long?
know. All I know is I took a nap when I was done. Like I came in from the gym, and right, I have a client here. She's laughing. I came in from the gym and I'm like, okay, let me just
What
get
up, client? In Perspective Studios.
recording. So she's just listening now. Um, it just took time. Yeah, Monica's making her juice too. It just took time, girl. But also because after the juicing, I wanted to cook the food. So, like food that I don't want to waste in the house that I had bought. So, like green, what did I make? I made Bodhi, which is like in Trinity, it's Trinidadian. It's like curried string beans, right? And then I made melangin, which is like curried eggplant. And my daughter is not eating meat right now, but she's eating fish. And my son eats meat. And I'm like, whatever, I'm indifferent. I'll eat a little bit of both or none. I don't really care. Um, so we had some curry chicken, but like not too much, right? It was like I had seasoned this chicken on Sunday and I had cooked stew chicken. Now I made like barbecue chicken, and then I had to make curry. Like it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. 3 chickens. Honestly, that chicken, there was not enough chicken for curry chicken. It was for like one person. We're like stretching meals out here. But the objective was really to you know what else I did, Shivani? And it made me think of something.
Are you moving from juice?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
let me say one thing about your juice before you go
Oh,
and
okay,
forget to
go.
decide. So, in regards to juicing, it used to take me so very long because we used to
Mm,
put so many different things in our juices. And when I
mm,
started the mono fast last month, I just did apples, and so it's easy just to cut up the apple and put it in there. I
yeah.
just did watermelon. I did my yellow meat watermelon, put it in there. I did a red meat watermelon, put it in there, and it was so much easier when I kept it to just like that one fruit. And I tell my mom that we could do like two things, no more than three, but keeping it the two simple ingredients. So it takes down some of the time of cutting, chopping, put it in the juicer. But if you want like an idea of how long it could possibly take, it's like right at an hour or less than an hour that I can get my juice in. And that's what I kind of do on Sundays is my juice prep.
Mm,
And I'm trying to be more I'm being more consistent with juicing at the beginning of the month, at the beginning of the week,
mm,
because I'm saying I'm showing up during a football game and I'm gonna get some juicing in. And
mm,
so you can kind of gauge how long it is, but it also depends on the type of juicer you have too, how long
yeah.
it takes to do certain things and get things done. And so juice type, quality, what you're juicing, how many different ingredients you're juicing, what you gotta cut, what you don't have to cut, you just throw
The
in. It's like
prep.
a whole thing and a whole vibe that Monica, Shireen already told you about, I've told you about, but you got to get strategic with it. over time. And so I just wanted to say that in regards to juicing. Go ahead, Shireen.
Yeah, and actually Monica is a retired nurse, right? So she knows the things, but for me it's like trying to like not trying like well yeah trying to because sometimes at the beginning you're trying to implement these changes, and so I've been going to the gym for a minute now and not saying out loud, but there's a particular machine that I'm like, I want to be on this machine for like 60 days, like for myself. But I ain't saying that to you guys because I don't. So what's going on, Shireen? You doing? How's that chat? Mind your business. So I don't need you up in my space. So I'm in the gym at like 6 something in the morning, or on the rare occasion I'm there in the afternoon, and I'm working. And actually, my client that is here, what was the drink you told me about yesterday? What are you drinking? There's this drink that
Dandelion and green tea.
okay, so this drink helps reduce bloating and inflammation, and it's great for your heart. Giovanni, I think we've talked about one of the ingredients before, or probably both. Dandelion and green tea. Girl, that shit is all over TikTok right now, talking about you want to slim out your stomach and get rid of the bloating. And so my girl here, she's been on it since
Probably 2 3 weeks. 2 3 weeks.
2 to 3 weeks. Now she is in the gym all the time, every morning.
No,
Oh, lie, don't make me lie on her.
3 times a week.
Okay, 3 times a week she's in the gym. Don't make me lie. Um, corrected me on the spot. I don't even mind. So she's in the gym, but she showed me a pic of like 3 weeks ago, right, where there might be a bit of bloating, and now I can see. And then pulled up her shirt, and
Come through perspective.
right, give it all the perspectives. Give it all the perspectives. But I could see her abs. So like, it's the drink, it's the green tea, which we know is good for you, but dandelion is really good for you. The video that I seen is actually one that inspired her, and it really tells you like, don't pick the dandelion from like around parking lots, around the edge, like make sure that it hasn't been sprayed with things, but you can use dandelion. It's really, really great for your heart. And I know my neighbor has taken dandelion and made like honey with it, but, or you can just buy the powder online or buy the tea bag. So I will be trying that, because, if it's healthier for the heart, I'm trying to make sure my body yada yada is in a better place, right? No, straight goods, right? I have
Right.
my goals, but I want my heart in a great place. I want my liver to be in a great place. I want my kidneys to be in a great place. So the herbs that we need, or the juices that we need to start that, and especially I'm in Canada and we're going into the colder season. So this is when people tend to get sick. This is actually when I usually do like turmeric shots in the morning, just like a shot of turmeric. Turmeric is great for you. Curry is great for you. I ain't doing no curry shots, but like that's mad. But like a
You can
turmeric
use some
shot
curry vegetables though.
all the time, all the time,
Mhm.
like
So there's ways to get
all the
that and
time.
get comfort in. I like that you talked about the dandelion greens. And when you said that, that's clearly like my mom did. She wanted like 2 big containers of like spinach that she put in like the celery juice that she wanted. One of those could have been dandelion greens. And we have seen different ones, but just switching out your green leafy vegetables for different
Mhm.
stuff. I know for a fact, I had no bloating once I did like the apple mono fast and then went into the watermelon juice and watermelon, like it went all the way down as soon as I started putting back like some raw agave in my herbal teas,
Mhm.
like spearmint tea.
I've never tried
I
agave
do
as
have
that.
grill tea. I started
Mm,
to see my stomach that, and then like getting back in like nuts, like certain like peanuts or something like that.
mm.
I could see, that my stomach was starting to come. I was like, see, when
Mhm.
I
Wait,
was
wait, wait, wait. So it starts to
minimizing and being
bloat with
focused on certain things, huh?
it starts to bloat with the peanuts?
Because you got to think about
Mm.
oil and the different things that come in if I'm buying, nuts out of the store versus like just regular raw nuts that haven't went through any type of process. So yeah, the different oils, the different things in there, and I always try to look like on the back of the ingredients because there's only but so much you can get in a gas station in regards to nuts that doesn't have certain things. But yeah, like the different things that you add to it started to kind of bloat me up just a little bit more. And I was like, ooh, let me bring it back down. So depending on the type of sugar and then the type of oils and different ingredients and the simple things like nuts and seeds that could, have a different effect on the body. So I'm glad that she talked about the dandelion greens because they are definitely not tasty, but definitely beneficial. So when you throw those in there, make sure you have some good like apples, red ones, something to kind of liven that thing up in that juice so you can like it's palatable. Like you want to make sure you can drink it and it's not something less like you want to be on fear factor or something, or making it seem like you back on that alcohol vibe when y'all know y'all are drinking stuff that does not taste good, but you have a purpose. You want to feel loose, you want to let go, you want to get that liquid courage or whatever the case may be, why you choose to do certain things or drink certain substances. But I'm glad that she talked about that. So y'all, we're already kind of into the conversation. So wellness wins. If you haven't already dropped them, make sure you drop them in. We're now talking about healthy living for a new season. We're telling you certain things that people we know, clients, our family members, stuff that we're currently doing right now in our life to live a more healthier, vibrant lifestyle. And so we're talking about our juices and getting in juices. We're talking about the gym. Shireen's in the gym in the morning. I'm out here getting my walk on with Spencer. No matter if it's dark, I got my little light on, my little head, my hat, my little skull cap with a light on. So I got a literal headlight and my baton taser out there, even if the sun's not up, getting in those steps. My community is moving and grooving. I'm getting people at work a part of it because they're in the breast cancer spirit for October. And I'm like, you already walking these halls in school, like go and get your steps in, pick a challenge, let's go, commit. And it's not just a challenge, but it's holding them accountable for something they know that they would benefit from doing. And getting joy out of doing it, and having a person or a loved one that connects to the mission or the cause makes it so much more easier. And so they're much more easy to do. And so like one of my coworkers just walked by my door, yo, I already got in 4 miles. And it was like the first period. And I'm thinking, yeah, I got in my 4 before I showed up. So now I'm trying to walk around desk with my phone to track my steps. But it's a beautiful thing. So find people around you that are wanting to adopt healthier habits and lifestyle changes, just doing one simple thing. Shireen started with just getting up and going to the gym because she's already going. Shireen already said too, she can't wait to get back to the part where she's running again, but she's putting in the reps right now, just showing up
for me.
And then I'll let Shireen tell you that. For me, it's been my mono fasting, and I'm really looking forward to doing even more juice fasting or juice cleansing, getting in more juice, because it takes time to truly clear out those systems, cleaning out your liver, cleaning out your colon. And when you're doing that and still eating all of these other foods, it's not really getting opportunity to clean anything. And so doing more juicing, and if I feel like I got to eat something, eating more hydrating fruits and vegetables, maybe getting into apples, getting in some cucumbers. Watermelon is about out of season, but choosing the right fruits and vegetables to consume if I just want to eat, but staying with it so the body gets the opportunity to truly detox. And sometimes people say it's best to do some form, a few days of detoxing almost every month. For me, it's just getting in the habit of figuring out how my body feels and how it goes, and even making the decisions to do these things, to be intentional about cleansing out my body, my organs, my system, and caring about them. Because I lived a life for so long where I didn't care about my different body functions and what was happening inside of my body until I got diagnosed with stage 4 endometriosis and knew that there was a hormonal issue with my irregular periods and the facial hair and the painful bowel movements. Like that said, okay, Giovanni, you're not as serious as you think you are with how you're taking care of you. You could be doing so much more to show up for yourself every single day versus just eating whatever you want to eat, doing whatever you want to do, chilling and not moving at all. And so I feel good about what I'm doing, and I want to keep doing more of it. And I love the experiences that I'm creating for myself that are enjoyable, that I know are beneficial for my body. Shireen, talk your talk.
No, for me, I just I noticed that Monica said she takes the pulp from her juice and bakes. I was doing that for a minute, and I was thinking because I just hate the waste, right? When you juice. But I was thinking of like making some muffins with it. Although I'm not really eating muffins anyhow, but I did buy like a bag of carrots to make carrot juice. Now that I would definitely take that and make a muffins. But when you had talked about the nuts, the peanuts that were bloating you, I one don't have peanuts in my house because my son's allergic. He has an anaphylactic allergy. But I did buy some chia seeds earlier this week at the bulk store so I can make before when I was food prepping, and even sometimes it's a nice snack, I like to mix chia seeds with a little bit of coconut water, coconut milk. And then you put in berries in it and bananas and then put it in the fridge overnight because the chia seeds expand. But because you just talked about bloating, I'll have to be very mindful on, is it making me feel more bloated? Right? Yeah. So, but the chia's like I love that as a little dessert. You can even just put a little vanilla in it. So for me, at the end of the night, especially after eating 10,000 apples throughout the day, like sometimes I'm in the studio and I'm just eating these apples and I'm like, oh my God, can I like go home and eat some food? Because I'm so done with these apples.
Are you
But
just eating whole apples? Like that's just eating whole
just
apples? Oh, okay. Because see,
like
when I
just
came to
eating them.
work, I was eating apples. I had apple juice. I had the apple sauce. Like I
I
was
didn't do all of
trying to,
that,
and then I
girl.
took the pulp from the apples and put it in the dehydrator and tried like apple sticks. It was so disgusting. So I haven't found anything that I was able to do with the pulp from juicing to transform it into something that I can eat
You
again.
could put it in a
But it does do a
in a
good
muffin.
compost. Hmm?
Try it in a muffin. Like try to make it like a
But I don't know how to make
like
a raw muffin.
no, but that's what YouTube University is for, right? So
Mm,
like it's just a matter of like, all right, so if I take this and I add it to it, like it's basically already dried. And you if you dehydrate it in the oven and then take it out and like grind it down, you have a
mhm.
flour, right?
Okay. Mhm,
That now you got flour, you got apple flour, right? So
mhm.
then what do I need to mix it with that I can eat to make a muffin, right? So there's that. But the one thing I was going to say before is I love zucchini. Do you like zucchini?
I do. I think the thing I've loved the most about zucchini is I enjoyed like zucchini bread somebody made, but that was probably because they had like a whole bunch of other
Yes,
processed foods and sugar and everything else in the zucchini
that made it
bread when
taste
I
good.
did eat it. Right. But I would have to go back because zucchinis are something else good to eat when you're on a cleanse, like trying to cleanse certain organs out and you're just
Or
drinking.
even if you're not trying to cleanse, just get in your vegetables, right?
Oh, I was just saying that's another thing with cucumbers and apples. Like if you feel like you got to eat while you're cleansing something,
Oh,
um,
oh.
they said zucchini was really good too. But I
So
haven't had it recently. But
so what I was gonna say is I took
sautéed, yes.
no, I didn't saute it. I
No, for me.
oh. So what I'm trying to say is I sliced it up, I put it in the oven, I drizzled it with a little bit of you can use olive oil, but I tend to cook majority of the time with no, not sunflower. No, I don't use that shit. No, I don't cook that with that. No, at all.
Vegetable.
Honey, I don't cook with that stuff. I cook with grapeseed oil.
Mm.
So yeah, the stuff that you ain't supposed to be cooking with, get rid of those canolas and this.
Which are also found in your nuts in the
Yeah,
store.
get rid of those the things that you should not be cooking. I know they're cheaper. They're cheaper for a reason. Get rid of that stuff. So I cook with grapeseed oil majority of the time and olive oil and then whatever. But I drizzled it with grapeseed oil, sprinkled some seasoning on it, some garlic on it, and put that in the oven. Baby. Delicious. And
I'll try it in
so
the dehydrator and see what that turns
that
out.
is my next thing is to
First
put it in
of
the air
all,
fryer.
like not having crock pot and not baking and cooking at a high degree. I would try it in the dehydrator and see how
Well,
that
I was
turns
gonna
out.
say put it in the I don't have a dehydrator, but I have an air fryer, which
I do
is
too. That has a dehydrator setting.
yeah. So and I'm like, wait, this could be a chip. Like this could
Just
be
like those
anything.
apples you're eating that doesn't have to just
Yeah.
be whole apples. Yeah.
Yeah, but nobody listen, I'm tired of washing these pots. So like
In the
how
air
many
fryer, you
pots?
throwing those shaved
Listen,
apples?
can I tell you that meal prepping has not worked in my house yet because we're all adults. So everybody's eating big, well, I'm not eating big proportions, but everybody's eating. So there's like one day left over for one person. There's no meal prepping happening. Like the containers are just being filled and it's not even
So everybody's eating fruits and vegetables like you and the
not
apples and stuff like.
my son can be eating more. My daughter is going to eat every single thing I cook.
That's good. I
Yeah.
would if somebody was
We
cooking.
love to eat. We're going to eat everything, but also the healthy stuff that I'm throwing down. Juicing is nothing new to us. It's just a matter of, okay, do we want to take out this big machine? Do we want to juice? What are we doing with all this pulp? I freeze produce so that it doesn't create like flies and doesn't smell. And so I freeze. We don't have no deep freeze. So it's like, it's a whole thing. It's a whole process of like, it's a mental thing. Like, do I want to do, it's a mental thing. Go girl, go.
So that's what we need to talk about next. So we talked about how we're moving, y'all. We talked about what we're doing in the gym, what equipment we might be committing to for a certain amount of days, why we're committed to a certain amount of steps or a total amount of miles for the end of this month. So we talked about how we moving and grooving. We talked about what we eating, what's happening in the kitchen, what we prepping, what we're consuming, what we're learning more insight about. Now Sharina just talked about mindset, y'all. Now we're talking about our mental and emotional state. How are we living in a healthy state of mind in regards to our thoughts, our feelings, and beliefs of ourselves? So, Shireen, where are you right now when it comes to your emotions and your mindset in regards to the stuff that you're kind of guiding yourself through within this healthy living season?
My mindset was the first thing that I worked on, right? Because
Always number one, baby.
how you doing anything? My mindset
Getting, maintaining.
Do you remember in the beginning, I was like dressing to go to the gym, but not going to the gym? Like
mindset.
for weeks, I'm like, I got to get to the gym. So I would put on my gym clothes and I'm not getting I was never getting to the gym. So my mindset is always my first thing for me. And then I can do things, right? Because my guest wants to see you, but she doesn't want to be on camera. So I'm pulling up my channel
Why
on
is
my
she not
TV.
like on YouTube? Why is she not
I'm
following
doing it right now. I'm doing it right. But I'm doing actually go do it on your phone.
She on her phone? We
On your
need
phone,
the
just look up
analytics.
blackprint.com on YouTube and subscribe while you're there. And then go into the thing and you can subscribe to Giovanni as well. Go into the what's it called? Description.
So y'all hearing it? Mindset. Y'all heard Shireen? She was just getting dressed to go to the gym.
But I think that because for me, the important thing to remember about the mindset is like if you haven't given yourself the grace or you're about to do something, if you haven't taken that time to say, okay, what do I need to do? If you have issues with commitment, what do I need to do to be committed? Like, what does this mean? What is it for? Why am I doing this? How am I benefiting? You could want to do something like you want to lose weight or you want to put on weight, because there was a time when I was so small that I was always trying to put on weight, right? So it depends on whatever your goals are. Even if it's just like one of my goals is like just walk up the stairs and not be out of breath, right? Right? Like if we're being real. So or like not hold the rail, like just like the dumb shit. And it's not dumb. Like if you get to the top of the stairs and you're like, oh, child, give me a minute. And I am that person. I get to the top of the stairs and I'm like, girl. And it don't even matter who I'm talking to because half the time I'm calling everybody girl. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to call you girl. But the whole point is I'm out of breath. So I'm trying to get into a better space. And so as I was saying in our group chat, I feel better because I've been going to the gym for a good minute now. And there's this thing that if you look up on, you can Google it. I'm not going to share my screen for it, but if you Google I've looked at this screenshot throughout many, many years because if you know me for like a long time, I have been in and out of the gym so much so that my keys still have a lanyard from when I used to like want to be a trainer. Like that's how like I used to go to these conferences and my keys still have that. That's a lanyard on my keys. But the thing to look up, it says it takes 4 weeks for you to see your body changing. It takes 8 weeks for your friends and family basically to notice. And it takes 12 weeks for the rest of the world. So just keep going. This little that you can't see, you can look it up. That screenshot thing has been very motivating for me throughout. And one thing I do to keep my mindset in a good space is there's this site that I've been following for years. They have an Instagram, but I've been following this site and it's called Black Women Losing Weight. And it shows the success stories of all kinds of Black, because I want to see someone that looks like me that's doing the things that I want to do. And so, sure, they'll have like, I lost 20 pounds, I lost 40 pounds, I lost 80 pounds, like everybody in their different ranges, and they've lost weight, whether it's surgery, no surgeries, whatever. But you'll find one or two people that kind of resonate with maybe something similar to your story. So it will keep you motivated. And then the next thing that I do for my own mindset is I watch the YouTube videos. So I look up Black women lost 40 pounds, Black women lost 20 pounds, whatever it is. And then if I want my booty a certain way, because I want that undercut, hold my booty like this. Right? Who doesn't want their booty held? So hold your booty like this. But in order to get this, to have something to put in there, cup me. You got to do a certain work. So I will look up those things that I need to look up. So I'm shaping the way I want to be shaped, right? So, if she got a nice booty, what is she doing? Right? So anyhow, what about you, Chicky? How you keeping your mindset?
So first of all, like I get it. I love that you representation matters. That's one thing that really showed out for me in regards to what you were talking about. Representation matters. Where you are and you want to see that it's gotten done. You want to see that it's proof out there that you can do the same thing, or just looking at their journeys and seeing what you would like to adopt, what you would like to try just to see if it works for you. And that kind of brought me back into like the Empower Plates, Empower Lives podcast. The whole point is to talk to people and hear about their journeys of strength, hear about where they've gone, where they started, where they are now in regards to their healing journeys, and what did they do to start changing certain things about their life. And it first started with giving yourself permission. So when we talked about mindset, it sounded like you're giving yourself permission. You're going and finding representation that aligns with the mission that you want to go on in regards to how and why you even gave yourself permission in the first place. And then it says you're checking with this graphic that pretty much says, this is how it starts to relate to you and correlate after doing it so many times, and how it starts to resonate in your life, then in the people around you, and then for the world to see. And I think it kind of almost goes right back to the beginning of this episode, Shireen, when we talked about we're ready to get to the money. People also want to see the journey of you and what you have to offer and who you really are before they even start putting in money behind the things that are going to allow them to be able to grow and go on the experience that you have to offer from them. And so a lot of times it's documenting the journey and putting certain aspects of the journey out there, because people like you just heard Shireen, I'm looking for people like this. That is how the SEO comes into place with your business. A little business plug right there for all of our entrepreneurs that like to tap into our Wellness Live series. That SEO, becoming searchable, making sure that you are telling people who you are and what you got going on. Some of the stuff that we're doing when it comes to our juicing could be juice prep, because you're seeing what we're doing on our juice journey. It could be a juice journey. It's up to you. But I just love that you first give yourself permission. You started just doing the things that was going to get you to the place you wanted to go, like putting the clothes on. Then it just so happens that you have to be early up. You got to be up early now. So might as well have the clothes on. I'm up early now. Let me just pull up to the gym and start doing it. Now
and prepare the clothes the night before. So in the morning, you're not looking for.
There you go. It's already laid out. It's just
this sock has a hole in it.
That part, because now you're just like finding ways to be like, okay, maybe another day. And so I like that for you and what you were talking about. I think for me, it's documenting my healing journey. If I know that what I'm doing is now regulating my periods, where I'm having a period every month, that's something good that people should probably be tapping into to see what I'm doing to have a period every month. So if they're not having a period for 5 months, they're like, ooh, maybe there's some things in my lifestyle I could possibly change to shift this, to see how my body responds. Painful bowel movements. Oh, she's eating more fibrous fruit. She's eating more fruits and vegetables. Let me see how she's consuming. And now she's not having as many painful bowel movements like she used to. And she has endometriosis, and it was found on all these different organs in her body. Let me see how I'm doing these things now. She don't have cramps no more. She's not balled up on the floor and debilitating pain. What is it? Oh, she's talking about minimizing and eliminating stress. She's not allowing distress to take over her life. She's finding moments to see things for who they are, process it, and then move on and continue to evolve and not hold and be in that state. So I think when it comes to mindset, it's like, how do I think I'm doing in my journey, my thoughts about my journey? Am I feeling good about what I'm doing? Does it look different and weird to other people? Have I seen people do it? Yes. Have I seen people say, oh, that's crazy. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing it so long? You don't have to. That's on them. It's my journey. I gave myself permission to go on this journey and experience life for myself, because my body is totally different from anyone else's body. So I got to see how my body responds to it. That's the thoughts, the belief. The belief is, I'm being more of a believer of how I love and care for myself, because I know how much my life has changed and how I feel and how other people are feeling being around me and being in my presence, because of the different things I'm doing in my life in regards to movement, in regards to what I'm eating, in regards to the mindset that I have, and trying to, and being more optimistic and, loving, and just say, oh, let's just be resilient and keep going. And so that keeps me believing that I'm on the journey that I'm supposed to be on. And then the feelings. If I feel good, Shireen, why would I go back to doing something that I know doesn't make me feel good? Makes me feel bad.
But how are you keeping, before you even got, because you got there, but before you even got there, when you just, I guess, when you just got started, or the times where you feel like, I don't want to do this. Like this morning, I felt like I don't want to do this. And I still went to the gym. I was not on the machine long. I wasn't. I was on there and I was like, this thing ain't doing
I've done that too on the Stairmaster. Oh my God. I was like, okay, 5 minutes. All right. Well, I thought I was going to be able to go, but I'm already tired. I'm not pacing. My breathing is off. Let me go and head off the Stairmaster. Okay, 10 minutes. When I've gotten on it before and did 30 and 40 minutes and covered it and was watching something or listening to something, I've did it before. But when I got in there, my mind wasn't right. Then my body was like, yeah, this ain't it today. Get on up off this Stairmaster. Go lay on the massage waterbed and call it a day.
Oh, I wanted that today. I didn't do it. But
you made it. Go ahead. And I'm gonna be honest, today I didn't feel like it, and I overslept when I wanted to get up. But my walking isn't just for me. I get the maximum benefit, but walking also raises that awareness for the cause with breast cancer. My walking means me and my 80-pound golden doodle needs a healthy heart. He needs to get his walking in too. So this walk isn't just for me. It's for me and him and everybody else that's behind this cause for October. I said I'm going to do 73 miles. I need to get out there and get those miles. I can't get the miles. I'm still laying in the bed. And so my whys have to be big enough, and sometimes they have to be multi-layered, because if you just got one, you can bypass and overlook that one piece of why and say, well, not today, it's all right, I'll get it in tomorrow. It's not going to kill me if I don't do it today. And remember, the whole purpose of having that mindset is the more that you do something, the more you build up that confidence in yourself that you're worth the thing that you said you're going after, that makes you get up in the first place to go do it. And once you get that confidence, then you start creating that discipline. And you know what discipline does. Discipline really shapes and just creates all these different opportunities for yourself once you get that discipline. And a lot of times, Shireen, it starts with that challenge that you get accountability partners or other people to do it with. Like you said, sometimes it's putting it public, sometimes it's keeping it to yourself. When you publicly say, hey, I'm on this mission in October to do 73 miles, 168,000 steps, because there's 168,000 people that are facing metastatic breast cancer. They're looking for research. I'm getting my steps in to let you know that you're not alone. I care about you. I see you. Keep having the courage, the hope to fight. Let me get out here to get the stepping. And this 80-pound dog might be carrying me, and I'm just moving my feet so he don't drag me because I'm tired. But we out here.
Yeah, right.
We out here.
Well, I was going to say that discipline is when you get out there, discipline is when you're doing the things that you don't want to do.
Come through.
Like that is the discipline. But I just realized the time. So let me. Was there anything else that you wanted to add? I didn't realize the time just now.
Oh no, you're okay. I didn't have a. You're okay. We're all right.
Oh,
We're good.
no, because
So
I
no,
didn't.
I know. I
Oh, okay.
got you. No, there was nothing really I wanted to add in that part, but mindset, mindful eating, and movement, y'all. You got this. Keep that in the back of your head, your thought process. Write it down so you can see it and figure out how you want to kind of put them into the life that you're already living. Is it something where you can get up a little earlier and get some movement in? Is it something you can do in regards to grabbing fruits and vegetables if you know you're already going to the store to eat more whole fruits? Just habit stack. Find ways to get in some of the things you want to do in regards to living a healthier life in this last quarter of the year. And if you are an entrepreneur, remember that in order to have wealth, you need health. And so never underestimate your living, your healthy living. You want a health span and not just a lifespan. So prioritize your well-being just as much as you prioritize the wellness or the well-being of your entrepreneurship, venture, passion, and purpose in life. And so that's what we just pretty much came to say in regards to that, y'all. Go ahead, Shireen.
Yeah, I would say have fun with it, right? Like try different
Yeah.
things, have fun with it. Like if you are cooking something or you want to try cooking something, right? Try it's this is the season. I don't know where everybody's like calling in from. So if you're in the warmer states, like or the warmer countries, you may not want something warm, but I can eat. I'm the type of person I can have soup any time of the year. Right. And it might be a Caribbean thing. I don't know, but like I feel like probably because we like are so accustomed to eating soup at any point, anytime, but I can have a soup anytime. So like there try the seasonal fruits and vegetables and make yourself a nice like comforting soup. Just throw the seasonings in it. Yesterday I was cooking, I was saying I could cook anything. I'm at the point I could cook absolutely anything. It's really hold on, I dropped my card. It's really okay. I got one for us. It's really about what do you want to eat, right? As long as you got them seasonings, you can throw down. You can just try it, and if it doesn't work, come back and tell us so we can laugh. But
I not come back and laugh.
but
But that also helps me too, starting off with challenges. We started this 3-day raw challenge and I never looked back since we've been on it. And
I
when we
have a
did
challenge
the
that I want.
fiber rich foods, it got me more thinking about what food should I choose that has more fiber and will
Yeah,
that help me not have painful bowel movements, you know? And so it's some of the things that we've done together. It's some of the things that I've done within my community that's challenging those experiences and making it fun by holding yourself accountable for doing different things so you can have a different vibe in life. It's worth it. So go love you and go care for you.
I
Go ahead,
actually
Shireen.
do have a challenge that whew, that I do want to do. I'm saying it because I've been thinking about it since yesterday and I'm like, how do I want this? And I think I want to have a juice like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, just like a 3-day juice, but I'm not saying only juice. So I'll tell you, like, I'm not being extreme with my journey right now. It's like I'm making healthier choices, but I'm not only doing this, or I can't eat none of this. Like I'm not craving a bag of chips, but if I wanted to have a small bowl of chips, I'm gonna have a small bowl of chips and not feel guilty about it.
Right.
Right. But chances are I'm eating from the 20-pound bag of apples. So
I cannot. But what I like that you talked about that, Shireen, is also called mindful eating. So if you have a craving for something or if it's something that you really want to consume, eat it. Eat a little amount of it so it appeases to your craving that you had, the interest that you had in that food, and then leave it alone. Don't come right back to it later that day, the next day after that. Like get your fix in.
Yeah,
And then get your fix
your
in
fix.
and keep it moving. Don't feel guilty about it because all the other things that you're putting in your body that you want to do well for you, it's not going to feel that well if you're still stuck on negative energy about being ashamed of yourself or eating something that you know had no real nutritional value and might set you back some way. Like, you want to eat functional foods, but at the same time, don't beat yourself up about it, because everything else not going to go good with you if you're just thinking like that. So mindfully eat. Give yourself grace.
Yeah.
You don't got to be perfect. You don't have to overthink it. We don't want anyone going into issues with eating just because you're trying to find the perfect things. No, eat the food that you like. You already know you like fruits and vegetables. You already like. Try different things and keep it moving. Check us out.
I'm also saying, like, taste a little bit of that chips if that's what you need. And think about, are you really hungry? Because sometimes you have that craving, or you just went grocery shopping and you know that you got young ones in the house. So you got whatever you got for them that you don't typically eat. Maybe, sure, you love a popcorn, but when was the last time you had a popcorn? You're not really craving that popcorn. So kind of think about, but because you just brought it in the house, you're like, let me get some
emotional eating. It's available.
That's not even emotional. That's just like seeing it, having some FOMO. But like, I will say, like, last week. Yeah, boredom. Last week,
that's a big one. Boredom is a big one,
right? Or last week I did have some
nothing else to do. Let me get something to eat. I'm bored.
I brought it in the house. Wait, I'm craving that chocolate chip cookie. Did you know you ain't craving that chocolate chip cookie? Leave it alone. Eat the
I sure can go for something crunchy right now. What's up in there?
Sweet. Take that popcorn and take that butter popcorn and put a little pepper on it. Anyhow, just have it within proportions. Even for us, I'm the type that if we had a bag of chips and we want some, we pour out some in a bowl. So you're not only mindful, but your hands are not all in that bag. But get those hands out that bag. Where have your hands been? But it's more about, you can kind of control the proportions. So if you went
portion control is big too.
Yeah. If you went
man, we had a lot of gems today.
Yeah, like you
definitely went in, y'all. I hope y'all got something from this. If you watch this replay, please drop in the comments, tap in, tune in with us. Make sure you connect, follow us. All the information is in the description. Also, in the description of my video, I got some freebies for you. I got an 8-week healing journal. Make sure you download that and then book a call. Let me help you out. If you're like, oh, I want to start this. Maybe I want to start juicing. Maybe I just want to start getting in more fruits and vegetables. Book a call. Let's talk about it so you can make sure you maximize your opportunity to utilize those 8 weeks of just showing up for yourself in regards to how you're eating, how you're thinking and feeling about yourself, and how you're moving.
So I'm gonna just wrap it up. I wasn't done, but I kind of
wrap it up.
The word that I pulled out is goals, right? So write your goals down, then take small steps towards them. And that could be putting on your gym clothes, even though you're not making it to the gym, because eventually, if it's really important to you, you'll make it there, right? Eating portion control, eating in a small bowl, having that bag of chips, or not the bag of chips, having some chips in a bowl, not the bag. Girl, eat that bag of chips if you want that bag of chips, but you run harder, or you up the intensity on that machine and squat down so you can get that cup booty. Do whatever you got to do. Put in the extra work, but don't be telling yourself, I'm gonna eat this and do extra tomorrow, because you ain't gonna do that shit tomorrow. So be honest with yourself and think about what your goals are. Like, if your goals are something as simple as not being out of breath when you get to the top of the stairs, or for me, my goal is increasing the time on the machine that I'm working on, or my goal is actually doing 60 days on this one particular machine because it's going to shape my body one way, and then 60 days on another, and increasing the time. So I've started off with a smaller time, and as the weeks go by, I'm slowly increasing, except for today. So go ahead, write down your goals and take small steps towards them. That's what I got. And I did hear Giovanni wrap up her thing. Wait, did you wrap up your thing? Because you did say.
Yeah, and make sure you subscribe to the Empowered Plates, Empowered Lives podcast. Y'all go check out the representation, see other people's healing journeys, and go be empowered. Go be empowered to do what you need to do for you, and take what you need from those episodes to love yourself a little bit more, show up for yourself a little bit more, and do some things differently so you can have a more vibrant, healthy, happy life.
So what I was saying is, also don't forget to subscribe to Voices and Vibes. Well, I was thinking for a second. So subscribe to this channel, Blackprint.com, on YouTube, but also the Voices and Vibes with a Z podcast. And if you want to have your own podcast, whether it is audio only, or if it's audio and visual, or if you want to start a mini series to kind of talk about something that's impactful. So you might be like, I don't want a podcast, but you have a business and your business wants to talk about the benefits of reducing waste, right? When you juice, right? I'm just making things up here. Then it's more about having the conversation, or how many different ways can you reduce waste, or how can you organize things. So you can actually think about impactful conversations for your business that will drive your business, drive your audience to you and create impact. And that's what we do here at Perspective Studio Productions. So this was another episode of Herbal Tea Thursday. I was going to say healthy something. Herbal Tea Thursday. We will be back next Thursday. And you did hear Giovanni say at the top of the call that we will be back at noon next week, Thursday. We're switching it up. So subscribe, follow, like, hit both our channels up so you can get the content from both of us. And we'll see you next week.
Noon Eastern Standard Time, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. So you got noon on one side, 11 a.m. on the other.
If you're
But if you subscribe, you're going
to see it. You won't miss it. All right.
Y'all, we love y'all. We thank you. But most importantly, thanks for vibing with us, y'all.
All right. Boing.